Listen as Baker Man gives us a March 2024 update covering the progress of his fruit trees, rose bushes, and vegetables.
And everything is doing well, more winners than losers. You can see my 2-year-old peach tree is blossoming and it's really pretty. And I put down fertilizer, weed preventer, and mulch on all my fruit trees, and that's done. And I showed you these rose bushes, and I pruned them pretty good, and I put down weed preventer, 12-month fertilizer, and more mulch, and they're all done and ready to go. They're filled in really nicely. They're pretty thin. Happy about the roses. And I wasn't too pleased with my lettuce. I put in 8 rows of lettuce, and I got 3. There's a little row there, there's a row there, and over here I've got a little row popping up. Not too pleased with that, but I'll get something out of it. And then if I showed you, I put in some Irish potatoes, and here's that row of Irish potatoes, and they haven't popped up yet, and it's been 2 weeks, might be 3 weeks before they come through. The soil is really hard. It's like concrete. Hope they can pop through. And when I showed you those, I had put onion sets in, and look at the onions. They've all popped up, and they're going to be white onions and some scallions. So I planted them close enough that I could pull every other one out and eat it as a scallion or a spring onion. And then I let the onions go till fall, and they'll be nice and big. And the greenhouse has worked out really, really good. Very pleased with it. Let's see what I got to show you here. I ordered a bunch of empty hanging flower baskets online and a bunch of seeds. And these are mostly petunias, some lobellas, some other unusual seeds. And I spread them out and put them in there. They came up in clumps like this, and I spread them out and keeping them wet, and they transplanted well. And today I started my watermelons and cantaloupes. And these big plants are zucchinis and summer squash, and they really got to go out. But I got another week before the average last frost date. But I've got them in the nice 3.5 by 3.5 pots. So there's plenty of soil there for them. And I think if we look at them closely, you see the roots coming off the bottom there? I put a root hormone in the water. So there's plenty of root, and they'll transplant well. And I got a few marigolds back there in the corner to plant around my tomato plants. And here's some cabbages that came up. I just sowed the seeds. I had so many cabbage plants. I plucked a bunch of them out and stuck them in these little 72 hole trays. It came with little peat balls. You water them and they swell up. And I got some Amish paste tomatoes here, so I can make some tomato sauce. And come around here, I got cucumbers, 2 different types, the little 5-inch munchers, and some Better Boys on these tomatoes here, Better Boy tomatoes. And the greenhouse is doing very well. It gets warm. I had to get a fan in here to keep it cool. Gets up to 90 degrees. And I also put a sensor in here so I can see from the house the temperature out here. So I can come running out and open the door when it gets up to 90. And here we have the elephant ears, and this one here is just popping up. If you look really closely, you can see all kinds of bugs growing in the dirt, little flies. And I've been using this insecticidal soap here to kill them. It doesn't work. I spray them, supposed to kill on contact. They're still in here. not a problem. It's an outdoor plant, but if I were to bring this in the house, my house would be infested, and all my other house plants would be infested. So I don't care that it's outdoors, but that insecticidal soap just didn't work for me. All right, so that should do it for today's video, and I'll bring you up to date in the future. Thank you. Thank you for watching, and please subscribe.